Hey, this is Death Wish coming at you from VFMagazine and VampireFreaks.com, and we are actually hanging out right now on the bus with Phil from Machine Head, who are on tour currently with Arch Enemy, and get the rest of the roster there.
Yeah, us, Arch Enemy, who's playing second, Throwdown, and Sanctity.
Nice.
Really diverse bill, kind of eclectic, you know, hardcore band, old school band.
Cool.
So, yeah, we're really happy with it.
I actually heard that, reading on your MySpace page, that there was recently problems with Disney canceling out on forcing a couple of cancellations along. So
yeah.
I say you're not a big fan of Mickey Mouse right now.
Can I curse?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so yeah, we're pretty fucking upset with the way it was handled. You know, I personally I can understand that they don't want us on their property, because back in 2002 I was doing a Violence reunion show. We played with Halford and Testament, and I didn't realize that in Anahiem it's right on Disney property. You're right in Disneyland, you know. I'm all, holy crap, you know, they're letting us in, you know, this is weird. But to book the show, to take the show, to promote the show, to sell tickets, and then to back out 2 days before, it's just, it's disrespectful, it's not professional, and that's what has us most upset.
And was this just with the Orlando, or was
this was Anahiem initially?
Anahiem, okay.
And then we had a press release come out, scathing press release, and well, lo and behold, you know, next day, yeah, well, Orlando's canceled too.
And you guys actually said that, like, the new album, the Blackening, actually is got a lot of political fueled lyrics in it. Especially dealing with the topic of the war that's going on in the current administration, and yeah. How do you think that this is really what provoked all of it?
No, I don't think so. I think that I had heard that they were canceling all their metal shows before. You know, something happened at a punk show or something like that, and I heard from people in the LA area that they're stopping all the metal shows. But I think personally that it was ticket sales driven. I mean, we had a high, but it wasn't sold out yet. It probably would have eventually sold out, but I just think that they were just taking all the shows that didn't sell out. You know, I don't know. I can't say that it wasn't.
Yeah.
But, you know, because I'm kind of into the conspiracy thing. But
so you know,
I can't prove. There's no letter that says. There's no, you know, as Rob would say, there's no smoking gun. You know, there's no paper trail.
Do you guys have any black helicopters following the bus along?
Probably. You know, I don't know.
Now with the new album, how's been the response as compared to the older material? Do you find a lot of people asking you guys, you know, hey, stick with the old material, or are they really been open to the new ones?
No, it's been, you know, pretty equal, you know, the requests for older stuff, but for newer stuff off the record that we haven't been playing, and, you know, it's been mostly, you know, the requests we get are for songs like Halo and Farewell to Arms and stuff, and those are the newer tunes, and those are the 10-minute songs, you know, and which is kind of surprising.
And I've also noticed that actually the newer album, the material off of it is, because, I mean, one of my first albums was The More Things Change, The More They Say the Same, and it was such a different sound in both of them. I mean, the original one seemed to be a lot of experimentation with, like, all the feedback from the guitars and really controlling it, and this one's a little bit more, I'd say, like, you guys definitely bring back the guitar solo, which I'm happy about that. So.
Yeah, solos are back.
So how does it feel being at this stage versus what it was back then?
Well, I wasn't in the band back then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've only been in the band for the past 5 years, which is the later stages of Through the Ashes and for this record. And the one thing I know about the band is that every record is different. From record to record, they don't sound the same. There's always trying to push a different area, a different dynamic. And with this record, it was like my first time being fully involved from the beginning. So Rob and I just geeked out on each other, and you know, our playing styles are so similar, and we just know where each other is going, you know, and we just kind of geeked out on each other and tried to out-riff each other. We wrote different harmonies. He wrote the harmony for Aesthetics, I wrote the harmony for Halo, and just had fun with it, man. We were just threw, you know, everything out the window and just all reservations out the window and said, let's write what we want to fucking write. And we want 10-minute songs. We don't want to. Why are we taking riffs out of songs just to have a 5-minute song? It's just like, fuck that, you know. Let's have 2 songs in one or whatever. It's not boring to us. We don't hear these 10-minute songs and go, man, that was, you know, when's it gonna end? It's just like, it's more like, holy shit, you know, that was 10 minutes.
Absolutely. And it seems like, and I definitely know what you mean about people taking out riffs just to make the song shorter, because it seems like that's kind of the path right now with music in general. Is just everybody wants kind of short and sweet and kind of overly produced. But
yeah,
I definitely have to say that what I'm interested to know is, especially with Machine Head and now going on tour with Arch Enemy, I mean, do you feel being on the road, especially with this summer with all the metal bands being on the road, do you feel like metal's taking a different turn back to its roots?
Yeah, it has been. I mean, over the past couple of years, it has gone back to, I mean, everybody's playing like Iron Maiden now, you know, and has the Iron Maiden melodies and harmonies, and there's definitely a glut of, you know, the emo core. I don't know what the hell you call it, but you know, it sounds like metal, but there's a lot of screaming, and then the other guitar player will sing, you know, in the choruses and sing song. It's just a, you know, it's a pattern like music goes through. But you know, it's good that at least people are playing double bass and playing solos again, and it's just really refreshing to hear, especially from an old school kid like me, to hear, you know, that being paid homage to.
What are some of your influences?
Early influences, you know, I saw Metallica in front of 50 people, you know, playing under Kill 'Em All when that record came out. You know, I'm so, that's the scene I was brought up in, is the Bay Area thrash scene. So, you know, Exodus, you know, Gary Holt from Exodus.
Yeah. Anthrax stuff.
Anthrax was an East Coast, you know, so
yeah.
Probably not so much. But, you know, bands like Testament, definitely, and later on, of course, you know, the band that I kind of patterned my writing style after was Slayer. So if you listen to the Violent stuff, there's a lot of Slayer influence there too.
Definitely.
So,
right
guitar
on.
playing, Randy Rhoads, Michael Schenker. Lately, it's been like the bands we're playing with. Christopher Amott from Arch Enemy is like an amazing player, you know, and I get to see him warm up every day, and he's playing these Ingwe licks, like they're effortless and over the top of the neck, and it's to get to be able to play with, you know, even the kids from Trivium, they're amazing players and just schooled and sit down and play all the time. And, you know, I'm sponging off of everybody. Show me that, show me that. You know?
It must be a little bit overwhelming at times to have that many people around you just showing you, here, take a look at this or take a look at that.
You know, not really, because it's to have that wealth of information around you to be able to resource is good, but it just, you know, puts me in the spot to where, man, I'm the shittiest guitar player on this tour. These guys are all smoking. Like the Europe tour we're doing, it's, you know, you got Johnny from Shadows Fall, you got the Amott brothers from Arch Enemy, the Dragon Force dudes, and you got the Trivium kids, you know, and it's just like Shredderama, you know, and then we come on up and take a break. Yeah, exactly. So, you know, I'll warm up over here by myself, guys.
Well, you guys are actually, after you guys got like, I think like 2 or 3 more dates in the U.S. and then it's off to Japan.
Yep.
Pretty excited about that?
Never been to Japan.
Really?
So this is my first trip. The band's been there, I think, a couple times before, but it's my first time, and that's, you know, originally why I joined the band was so I could go to Japan. It's the one place that I've wanted to go and haven't been able to go to yet. So.
Big fan of sushi, or?
I love sushi. I've wanted to go there. You know, just I've heard so many good things about it, and just the whole culture I'm really, you know, interested in, and you know, I love Asian women, so.
Guilty.
Yeah, so Japan, Korea, New Zealand, Australia, and then we start up the Black Crusade in Europe.
Nice. And what are the plans after the tour is over?
That takes us up to Christmas about, so probably we're talking about maybe late January, early February, doing another States run, doing another headlining run here. India and Dubai wants us in, I think, March. And we're riding the Blackening out, man. We think it's a strong record, and we want as many people to hear it as we can. So We just had Now I Lay Thee Down video on MTV 2. And, so we're gonna keep riding it out.
Definitely. Well, congratulations to you guys, because I mean, honestly, I think I've seen you guys this time more times on the cover of magazines like Metal Hammer and Revolver than I've ever seen it before.
Yeah.
So definitely props to you guys for
Thank
that
you, man.
one.
Thank you.
And aside from that, this is Death Wish, and this is Phil again from Machine Head. And if you haven't checked out the Blackening out, you are definitely missing out and have no idea. So definitely go check it out. And aside from that, Arch Enemy and these guys are going to be on tour, so get your asses out to see it. Have a good one.